We see Wolverine is about to enter his favorite place, a bar, hoping to spend some alone time. But as soon as he steps inside, he hears an all-too-familiar and irritating voice. Deadpool is sitting at the bar, drink in hand, and immediately calls out, "Hey, I know that voice." Wolverine sighs. He is in no mood for another pointless conversation with Wade Wilson. Without a word, he turns around and heads for the exit. But Deadpool follows him outside, calling after him to wait. Wolverine doesn't slow down. He makes it very clear that he finds Deadpool to be the most annoying person in the world. Deadpool, of course, refuses to accept this and corrects him. "I'm not that annoying," he insists. "I'm more of a fun, lovable person." After a few more rounds of Deadpool's nonsense, Wolverine loses his patience. He turns abruptly, pops his claws, grabs Deadpool, and growls in a deep voice. "Sorry, misspoke. Universe. You're the most annoying man in the universe." Wolverine warns him, if he ever finds Deadpool in his bar again, he'll make sure he doesn't walk out alive. With that, he leaves, heading in another direction. But Deadpool, as persistent as ever, follows him saying, "Logan, come on, you're being ridiculous. There've got to be dozens of ways I could be way more annoying. Like, what if there was a universe where I..." Just as Deadpool mentions the word universe, something unexpected happens. A portal begins to form out of thin air. Wolverine instantly assumes Deadpool is behind this and yells, "What? You got some new power? You summon vacuum spheres on demand?" Deadpool, equally shocked, quickly responds, "Okay, first off, that's clearly a multiverse portal, not a vacuum sphere. And second off, I have nothing to do with this." The portal suddenly pulls them both in. Deadpool starts to believe he has somehow unlocked new powers. Wolverine, on the other hand, wants nothing to do with this and keeps shouting for Deadpool to leave him out of it. As they are sucked into the swirling vortex, the world behind them crumbles. Earth 616 itself seems to be shattering. As they travel through the portal, Wolverine mutters angrily, "What have you done now, Deadpool?" Deadpool shoots back, "I didn't do anything. I've got nothing to do with this." Wolverine isn't convinced. "Right, and a portal just happened to manifest when you were talking about alternate versions of yourself." Deadpool shrugs. "Hey, everything's got to manifest somewhere." As they continue tumbling through the chaotic multiverse, Deadpool gets excited about the possibilities. Maybe they'll land in a cyberpunk world, or the year 3099, or 4099, or, his personal favorite, maybe a world where they're both anthropomorphized foxes. Before he can theorize any further, the portal spits them out. They fall from the sky, crashing hard onto the ground. At the last second, Wolverine positions himself behind Deadpool, using him as a cushion. Deadpool groans as his body begins to heal. "You didn't need to land on me. You got a healing factor too." Wolverine smirks. "No point using it if I don't have to, bub. Where'd you bring us?" Before they can assess their surroundings, they hear eerie, guttural moans. They look up to see a horde of zombies shambling toward them. Deadpool's eyes widen in excitement. "Oh my God, zombies, of course! I should have thought of it sooner." While Wolverine prepares for a fight, Deadpool starts making wild speculations again. Maybe they're in a World War II zombie universe. He doesn't get to wonder for long, because in the next moment, a zombie latches onto his shoulder and bites down hard. "Oh, bite me, I just got here." Deadpool yells as he pulls out his sword and decapitates the creature. He adjusts his head while healing and mutters, "Ugh, gross. It's like a tick with the head still attached and the smell. Nobody's talking about how disgusting zombies are. Probably because everyone who could is dead already. Am I right, Logan?" Wolverine doesn't answer. He is too busy slicing through zombies with brutal efficiency. Before Deadpool can react, another zombie takes a bite out of his shoulder. Deadpool frankly suggests the zombie to not waste time on him and Wolverine, as they both have healing powers. But Wolverine, slicing through another zombie, growls, "Just open a portal and get us back home." Zrenia, which for once, he actually agrees to it. Deadpool, with full focus and concentration, wishes for a portal to open. He knows he doesn't have this power, but just to mess with Wolverine and get him off his back, he wishes for a universe filled with Hulks, babes, and people open to relationships. He looks around, hoping to see a portal forming. Nothing happens. Frustrated, he mutters, One day I'll find my way back to you, that ethical non-monogamy universe. Meanwhile, Wolverine is busy fighting off zombies alone, all while watching Deadpool's antics. Finally, he slashes through the last one and yells, "That's the last of them, for now anyway. Can't believe you were thinking about lovemaking during a scrap with zombies. What's the matter with you, Wade?" Deadpool, offended, corrects him. "First off, I was talking about love, not lovemaking. Though it can be a healthy expression of affection, it's not at all necessary. In fact, I've been in several healthy and loving romantic relationships that were entirely non-physical." He keeps rambling, explaining how people assume he kisses a lot, but in reality, he barely does. Wolverine, already exhausted, tells him to shut up. Deadpool starts speaking again, but Wolverine cuts him off, telling him to scan their surroundings. The universe they're in begins to crumble again. Deadpool starts feeling uneasy, sensing that something terrible is about to happen. Wolverine, seeing the danger, tells him they need to escape this multiverse. Deadpool, already annoyed by Wolverine blaming him, yells, "I just showed you, man. I don't know how. Whatever's behind these multiversal portals, it's not me. I can't control it." Just then, another portal opens, pulling them inside. They fall through the void, still arguing. Deadpool finds the whole situation fun, while Wolverine just wants it to end. As they crash into yet another universe, Wolverine positions himself behind Deadpool, making sure Deadpool lands first. Once they hit the ground, Wolverine looks around and gets the feeling that they're back in their own universe. Annoyed, he snaps at Deadpool, saying he's done with this nonsense and never wants to see him again. He storms off, leaving Deadpool behind. Deadpool, still healing from the crash, looks at his organs regenerating and sighs, "Ah, darn it. Who am I fooling? I can't stay mad at Wolverine. That lone wolf act works for him. He really is the best there is at what he does. No wonder he tells everyone every chance he gets." Once fully healed, Deadpool gets up and looks around, only to notice something odd. Every single person he sees has a massive, old-fashioned mustache. Even kids, elderly women, everyone. The banners on buildings even feature mustaches. Just as he's trying to process this, Wolverine's furious voice cuts through the air. "Wad!" Deadpool turns to see Wolverine charging at him, claws bared. Panicking, he yells that this wasn't his doing, but Wolverine doesn't care. He slashes Deadpool down, prompting Deadpool to whine. "My organs! Again! Logan, I just healed those." After taking the first hit, Deadpool gets pissed. If Wolverine wants to fight, then fine. They fight. What follows is pure chaos. They tear into each other like maniacs, healing with every blow. Deadpool, as usual, mocks Wolverine the entire time. Frustrated, Wolverine finally growls, "I'm gonna do the world a favor and take your vocal cords, Wade." Deadpool responds, "Why? They, and I cannot stress this enough, grow back." They keep fighting until once again the universe begins to collapse. Deadpool, watching the destruction, realizes something. He tells Wolverine that this isn't random. There's a pattern. Something or someone is making this happen. Wolverine, seeing yet another universe falling apart, starts to worry. Meanwhile, Deadpool is beyond excited. He starts yelling that maybe this is their mission. Maybe they're meant to save these universes. Thinking aloud, Deadpool explains, "Some cosmic power is sending us where we're needed most, leaping from reality to reality, striving to put right what once went wrong, and hoping each time that our next leap will be the leap home." Wolverine, unconvinced, replies, "Even if that's true and there ain't any proof it is, this universe is done for, bub. We already lost." Deadpool, as always, refuses to let reality get him down. "Right, yes, true. But we didn't know what we were supposed to be doing until 2 seconds ago. We'll get it right on the next one. And now I must ask you a question, Logan. Are you ready for Deadpool and Wolverine to team up and save the multiverse?" And right on cue, another portal opens, pulling them in once again. As soon as the portal opens and they step into a new universe, Wolverine looks around and sees nothing unusual. Everything seems normal. But Deadpool? He's still confused. They start walking through the streets, observing the people around them. Suddenly, a man bumps into Deadpool and falls to the ground. Deadpool reaches out to help him up, but before he can, The man starts praising his personality and looks. At the same moment, a beautiful woman crashes into Wolverine and stumbles. She glares at him and says, "You lug!" That bump knocked off my unflattering glasses and undid my markedly severe ponytail, thereby increasing my conventional attractiveness. Now I'm angry at you, but there's still a spark of something more. Deadpool watches the scene unfold, his eyes widening in shock. He gasps, covering his mouth with his hands. "Oh shit, is this the romantic comedy universe? I love romantic comedies." Wolverine shoots him an irritated look and reminds him why they're here. They need to save the universe. Deadpool sighs. "Ugh, Wolverine, you're no fun. Sorry, everyone, I don't have time to fall in love right now. I've got a universe to save." They begin to wonder, how can two people like them, with their powers, save this universe? Deadpool, for once, actually thinks. Then suddenly something clicks in his mind. "Quick, we need to go where they've always got you covered, cover to cover. There's no time to lose, Wolverine. To the local library." Without wasting another second, they take off running. The people around them seem determined to slow them down, bumping into them, trying to distract them, but they keep going. They dodge, push through, and finally reach the library. Stepping inside, Deadpool scans the shelves, convinced there must be a book that will help them. But then they see something else, people waiting for them. These aren't regular librarians. They're armored, armed, and ready. Deadpool narrows his eyes, trying to figure out what's going on, but before he can, the gunmen open fire. Shooting us is not an appropriate response to criticism. Learn to take a note. With that, both Wolverine and Deadpool jump into the fight, taking down their attackers one by one. It doesn't take long before the library is silent again. Deadpool moves from shelf to shelf, shaking books, searching for answers. But after flipping through several of them, he throws his hands up in frustration. "Nothing useful here either. God, if only there were people trained to help me locate information in this stupid building." Then the universe starts crumbling around them. Wolverine watches, realization dawning on him. "This isn't working," he mutters. As the world around them falls apart, Deadpool suddenly stops. He turns to Wolverine, eyes wide. "Wait, that's it. Why would you send us, Deadpool and Wolverine, to save the multiverse? What special skills do we have?" Wolverine replies without hesitation. "I'm the best there is at what I do, but what I do isn't..." Deadpool cuts him off. "Isn't very nice. Exactly." Another portal rips open before them. Deadpool finally gets it. "We are killers. That's why we are here. Someone is messing with these universes, and we are the ones who have to fix it." Wolverine clenches his fists. "Then we find them, and we end them." Without another word, they jump through the portal. From there, it's a relentless cycle. They enter a universe, suspect someone, take them down, and watch the universe collapse. Again and again, they go through portals, traveling across thousands of alternate realities, repeating the same process. But no matter what they do, it never stops. Finally, after countless universes, they stop. Sitting together, they try to think. There has to be a way to end this. Another portal appears. Deadpool stares at it, then sighs, frustrated. "Look, I'm sorry, okay? I've been trying to figure out what we're supposed to do, and yeah, none of it has worked. But maybe, instead of complaining, you could help me figure out what to do in the next universe, yeah?" Wolverine crosses his arms. "Well, if that's what you want, then we got ourselves a problem, bub. 'Cause near as I can tell, there ain't any universes left." Deadpool looks around. For the first time, he sees where they are, an empty void, a dead space. His stomach drops. "Wait, this is really it? So what are we supposed to do now?" he yells. Wolverine shrugs. "I told you this was a bad idea." Deadpool glares at him. "You told me nothing." And with that, the two of them, floating in the emptiness of dead space, start arguing, blaming each other, fighting, because what else is there left to do? During their fight, a female space toddler named Atleza suddenly appears, glaring at them in anger. She shouts, "I swear if I'd had any idea of what screw-ups you two are, I would have never given you this assignment." Deadpool and Wolverine exchange glances before Deadpool turns his attention to Atleza, staring at her curiously. He asks, "Sorry, who the hell are you?" Atleza glares at both of them while Deadpool turns to Wolverine and suggests that maybe she's the reason the multiverse collapsed, so they should just eliminate her. Deadpool urges Wolverine, "Attack her with me, and we'll finally be able to bring our multiverse adventure to a close." But Wolverine refuses to fight Atleza under any circumstances. Deadpool makes another failed attempt to convince Wolverine. Come on, she's not really a kid. She's talking like an adult, so she's clearly, I don't know, God maybe. Space God? Is that a thing? Watching this nonsense unfold, Atleza finally speaks. "You assume that I'm God and your first instinct is to try to kill me?" Deadpool replies without hesitation, "Yes, I have my reasons. Stop ungenerously summarizing my actions, Space God." Atleza then explains who she really is. She's the guardian of the Infinity Abyss, monitoring the entire multiverse, which mostly consists of parallel universes. Some are amazing, while others are just plain weird. But not long ago, she noticed all these universes starting to decay. She then tells them something surprising. Across various universes, Deadpool and Wolverine are actually great friends. The reason, she explains, is that they are both functionally immortal, have abilities granted by the Canadian government, and share a love for sharp objects. But despite all that, in Universe 616, they act like bickering children. Seeing the universes decay, she thought sending them on an adventure together might help them work as a team and become best buddies. Clearly, she was mistaken. After listening to this, Wolverine takes a deep breath and says, "So you're the one responsible for the portals, huh?" Deadpool, on the other hand, reacts dramatically. "It was a precision strike. You yanked me and Wolverine out of our home universe and into the multiverse. From the beginning, this whole thing has all been some kind of weapon extraction?" Atleza then asks them what they did when they realized they had to save the universes. Deadpool hesitates before admitting, in a low voice, that they destroyed everything. Atleza, now furious, yells, "And then you tried killing me. That's seriously the best idea the two of you could come up with?" After a brief silence, Wolverine thinks of something and asks, "Listen, kid, bottom line is, all your universes have collapsed now, so we done here." Deadpool backs him up, saying, "The multiverse isn't all the way dead, right? You can fix it? It's just that I keep all my stuff inside the multiverse, like literally all of it." Atleza informs them that there is still one desperate hope to fix everything. Deadpool, curious, asks what they need to do. She tells them that she already has a solution. With a hand gesture, Atleza instructs them to look behind them and says, "I've already briefed other variants of you. Wolverine and Deadpool of Universe 616, look behind you." When they turn around, they see another Wolverine and Deadpool standing there, smiling with long, thick hair. Atleza introduces them, saying, "And meet your superior variants. They're more competent, they're more fun, they're objectively 25% handsomer, and they just happen to be best buds." The Wolverine variant grins and greets them, "Heya bubs." Meanwhile, Deadpool's variant adds, "You should really take care of yourself better, other me. Use a facial moisturizer with built-in SPF, and I promise it'll do wonders. And, I can recommend some deodorant too." Atleza then informs Deadpool and Wolverine that these two variants are the only ones who can save everything now. Without wasting a moment, both of them, variants of Deadpool and Wolverine, work to protect the multiverse. They search for a solution to restore all universes to their original state. Seeing everything is finally back to normal, they sit together, watching in a mix of amazement and relief. Wolverine mutters, "Appalling." Deadpool, looking at him, responds, "Intriguing, I mean appalling. Appalling, yeah, super gross. Probably doesn't feel like finally becoming whole at all." Now that everything is fixed, there's nothing left for them to do. So Atleza opens a portal and sends both Deadpool and Wolverine back to Universe 616. Back in their own universe, Wolverine walks away without hesitation, saying, "Well, see ya around, bub." Deadpool quickly tries to stop him. "Wolverine, wait! We watched universes die. You and I visited 1,000 different worlds and lived 1,000 different lives. Wolverine doesn't even turn back as he replies that he was there too and hated every moment of it. But Deadpool isn't done. And at the end, we learned we should be friends. You and me, BFFs forever. You're just gonna walk away from that? This time, Wolverine does turn around. He smirks and says, "Ha! Is that what you took away from this?" He starts walking away again, but pauses just long enough to add, "Atleza didn't say we should be friends, Wade. She said in every other universe, we are friends." Deadpool grabs his arm, desperate to make him stay. "Yeah, but I don't... Sorry, what's the distinction here?" Wolverine sighs, helping Deadpool up. He explains that the two of them, the real them, aren't those other variants. If they ever want to talk, call each other, or go on a night out, that's up to them. But our choices are different, and after everything that happened, he's made his. With that, Wolverine walks away. Left alone, Deadpool stares at his hands, feeling an unfamiliar weight settle on him. He heads to a nearby pub, silently drowning his thoughts in a drink. In the countless universes Atleza showed them, he and Wolverine were always best friends. But in this one, this is the only version where he isn't worthy of that bond. And despite everything, they hadn't managed to save a single universe. As he sits there, lost in his thoughts, the door creaks open. Wolverine steps in. "Deadpool." He gestures to the waiter. "Bring me whatever he's having." Deadpool nearly loses it with excitement as Wolverine takes a seat beside him. His voice stumbles as he tries to speak. "Wolverine! You didn't leave." He clutches his head in disbelief. "Oh my gosh, we're gonna drink together, and it's not gonna do much because of our healing factors. But we're still gonna chat and share secrets and in-jokes, and before you know it, we're gonna name our kids after each other and..." Wolverine cuts him off. "We're gonna watch the game and drink in silence, bub, or I'm gonna leave." Deadpool immediately shuts up as they both turn to watch the football match playing on the pub's TV. After a while, Wolverine, still watching the screen, mutters, "Jazz, didn't want to see you drinking alone, that's all." Deadpool gives a small, genuine smile. "That works. I can make that work. You won't hear a peep from me, no sir." And so the two sit there drinking in silence, watching the game together. The night drags on, the pub grows quieter, but for once neither of them minds the company.